Hey, Chris Bedford here with the Federalist. I'm with John Daniel Davidson. We're in Michigan, up in Saginaw. We spent yesterday in Macomb County,
That's right.
and then today over in Saginaw, the night in Detroit, trying to talk to voters in some of the swing states, so some of the counties that voted for Barack Obama, have traditionally voted for Democrats outside of Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump. So what are we seeing so far?
That's right, yeah. There's 12 counties in Michigan that swung for Trump in 2016 that went for Obama in 12 and 08. Of course, Trump won Michigan by something like 10,000 votes 4 years ago.
Not a lot.
So there's a few places in the state where this election will be decided. And we visited with people in Macomb County, just north of Detroit, a wonderful little Irish pub. Shamrock Irish Pub. Talked to the pub owner there, who is a Democrat, but serving a lot of Trump patrons. And one of the things I've noticed here, you know, the mask thing is sort of a culture war thing all across the country. But here, where there's been so many kind of draconian lockdowns by the governor, people take wearing masks or not wearing masks quite seriously. And in this pub, the owner kept having to harangue people who were walking through the door to put their masks on. And he had just been open a week after being closed down for 6 months.
Yeah, he was closed down for he was closed down for a couple of months, and I guess they were started to be able to open in June, July timeline. But he'd started some reconstruction in this place. They'd just gotten open, so folks were pouring in for the burgers. And then, but we've seen a lot of enthusiasm for Donald Trump in this area. I was not sure what to expect when we first came in, but the Biden signs are fairly rare. We've talked to some Biden supporters for sure here and there, but by and large, this place and what we're getting seems to be, and you might disagree, Trump support.
Yeah, and you know, it's a bit on the nose, but a lot of the neighborhoods where you do see Biden signs and do see Biden support tend to be a little bit more upscale. The rural areas tend to be more dominantly Trump signs. We came across a Trump swag stand in northern Macomb County, and met a fascinating character named Jojo, and his ex-wife, who run the stand together. They feature such wonderful items as Trump tambourines and Trump switchblades, which we didn't get.
Buys.
Yeah,
Must-haves.
I kicking myself that I didn't get a Trump switchblade. I guess you use them to stick the libs.
I was just trying to figure out what the TSA would think if I tried to fly home with a Trump automatic switchblade and a Trump tambourine.
That's right.
Am I some kind of Hare Krishna?
That's right.
What exactly is going on here?
Yeah, exactly. So that was Jojo, and Jojo's stand was running a pretty brisk business. We were there a half an hour, and it must have had a half a dozen cars pull in for Trump swag, which we saw all over the place too. So we're heading to Grand Rapids tonight, and hitting some western Michigan counties. A few of those dozen swing counties are in western Michigan, which is a very different part of the state than suburban Detroit, which is a very different part of the state than here in central Michigan as well. So be interested to see what people have to say there, and whether or not the patterns hold.
And we'll have an article coming out in our travels so far at the Federalist on Wednesday morning. And after that, you'll see some news coverage from us and further videos coming from our reporting in western Michigan, and then Wisconsin, and then Minnesota, where we'll be bringing you what we learned from these places that voted blue and then switched to Donald Trump. Will they remain with him, or are they ready? Are they done with this whole experiment?
That's right. We're on the road all week. John Davidson and
Chris Bedford
for the Federalist, signing off.